Hello and welcome. Welcome to Transformation Tuesday. Now, let us begin by taking a breath. Let us begin by coming into the present moment. Let us begin by tuning into the body, into our power, into our center. As we're inhaling into the belly, into the chest, into the nose, and with a sigh. And doing that again, a really conscious breath, bringing all of yourself. Now, today is day 4 of the 21 days of transformation. Those are little YouTube shorts that I'm doing, and I'm also doing this on my Instagram story, speaking about some tools that will contribute to your transformation. And today it was all about the whole psychosomatic experience, that speaking with your body, feeling deeply with your body. So right now, just breathing fully into your whole body. So on a recent video, I received a fantastic comment and question that I want to read, that I want to reply to. The question was about judgment, because yesterday, day 3, again, check out those shorts, check out my Instagram stories. It was about getting rid of judgment. And when we get rid of judgment, what does that mean? And that, a part of you can't get rid of it because that's just your ego, and that's the beauty of your ego. And the person asked about judgment, that, okay, does that mean judgment is and judging, is it the same thing? And I spoke about the importance of observing, of witnessing, right? And came the reply, so just observing, just witnessing our negative thoughts and feelings about ourselves or other persons will be enough to completely heal the negativity and negative perspectives of that love's perspective. Because I would like to genuinely see and experience myself and everyone the way love and source does. It's a profound, beautiful feeling. Instead of seeing myself and some people and some situations with anger or dislike or disdain or condemnation or fear, just observing completely heals and transforms anything that is unlike pure love. Or is it more sometimes required to turn to a state of peace and love? This is an excellent question. I love that this came, just today, ready for today, for Transformation Tuesday. Again, coming into the body, because I want you to feel that which I'm saying, not just hear it. I'm just inviting guidance in to guide through this question. We, from our perspective, from the human perspective, we like to say, this is good, this is bad. This is good, this is evil. Such things as with anger, right? It's to see some situation with anger, dislike, or condemnation or fear. We're programmed to say, oh, that's bad. I shouldn't do that. Because we've been taught that in childhood, right? We would have emotions pop up. We would have anger or fear. And we would say, don't be scared. Don't be afraid. Don't be angry. Good people are not angry. Be brave. Don't be scared. Or don't judge. That's bad. I remember an experience. It was around the beginning of my journey, about a year in. And I remember telling someone, I said something, and they were also quite spiritual, on the spiritual path. And they said, well, that's quite judgy. And I'm like, oh, I'm judgmental as hell. Owning that. And from the moment that you own that, from the moment that you don't run from it anymore, you're free. And that part actually doesn't need to assert itself so strongly, because you're not fighting it, because you're not fighting against it. I absolutely love this comment, and it's so important because this, I want to see everyone through the eyes of source and love. And I remember having, first of all, my shift, that experience. I've had this state for 2 weeks. I was just seeing everything as energy, seeing everything as one. Like, oh my God, I'm not separate from this microphone. And, I'm not separate from this candle. Like, I am all of it. And seeing everything, literally everything, whether it's war, whether just everything as love. It's mentioned in the Course in Miracles, such a powerful quote, something along the lines of, everything is love. It's either an act of love or it's a cry for love. Right? Think about it. When we're defensive, when we want to fight against someone, it's because we feel at lack. We want to come back to that love. We want to come back to the wholeness, and we feel like the other person is standing in the way of that. It's all an act of love or a cry for love. We don't get to the state of acceptance by rejecting ourselves. We don't get to the state of loving others, of seeing everything and everyone as God sees it, feeling that deeply, that acceptance. We don't get to it by rejecting parts of ourselves. We don't get to it by rejecting anger, by rejecting fear, by rejecting condemnation. We get to it by loving it, by being in awe of it, by playing with it. A lot of people, those shifts, a lot of my clients, when we did that one-on-one work, they get to the state of like, oh my God, it's always been here. They get to this through self-acceptance. This is why so many people talk about self-love. And it's not, massages or spa days or, I don't know, just say F you to everybody. Although that can all be part of it. It's deep acceptance of self. My spiritual shift, those 2 weeks of that enlightened state, happened because I went through I'm sorry. I was there sobbing, could not get through I'm sorry when I stumbled upon Ho'oponopono. I couldn't get through I'm sorry. It was so terrifying to take responsibility for everything going on in my life. And then I did. And there was this deep, deep presence, deep sense of oneness, of wholeness. One with that, with everything, with God, life, source, consciousness. I saw energy, like literally, you would see a room and seemingly it's like, well, here, there's nothing here. And I could feel energy there. It's as if being like in the pool of water and you move your hand and you can feel the water. It's that sense when you're one with God, life, source, consciousness. You don't get to this place intentionally. You don't get to this by trying to get there. Because it's like you're going through your day and say, oh, I got angry. Right, shouldn't get angry. But anger is part of that source expressed through anger. Anger is a fantastic emotion. I've done events in the past. I might do a free event soon on this very topic. From anger to peace of mind, understanding that anger is such a freaking powerful emotion. It's so good. It's just there to tell you that your boundaries were trespassed. It's just there to tell you what you actually want. But we've been taught out of it. So the anger that we witness in our society is oftentimes like a roar because it's been suppressed for so long that it just explodes. Anger doesn't have to look like that explosion. Anger it's amazing. Fear, it's amazing. All these emotions, they show us when we're out of alignment with our true selves. They're not bad. And the crazy thing is that we try to not feel some of them. We see as, okay, if I'm feeling fear, I should stop that. That's your inner GPS telling you where to go, telling you what's right and what's wrong. It's like having your hand on the fire, like in the fire, and saying, okay, well, no, I have to learn how to be okay with this fire. Just take your freaking hand off. It's not right. And we've been shamed for expressing those emotions. We've been shamed for feeling those emotions. Can you own it? And this is one of the things that was addressed today on day 4. It was, yes, about coming into the body and that whole psychosomatic experience, but it was also about feeling fully. I feel like I might emphasize that, and maybe the transformation days are honestly something completely channeled and just comes up when I turn on the camera on my Instagram, because that's where I post it first, and then I put it on YouTube. I don't even know what's going to come up. And I was recently telling a friend, I'm like, I'm so excited to find out what the practice is going to be, because I turn on the camera and then I find out as it flows through me. So today, there were 2 parts of this. One was the coming into the body, but the second was the fullness of the expression. And part of it is like, can you, when you're feeling joy, be like, oh my God, I feel joy with all of me. Oops, too excited. Or when you feel anger or frustration, like exaggerate it. Be dramatic about it. Don't hide it. And you'll be amazed by how much freedom is available to you if you do that. So with this one, don't run from the fear. Don't run from that feeling of dislike or dislike. I don't like this person. There's something off about them. Can you own that? Can that be okay? Can you not judge yourself for judging others? Can that be okay? And it's through that okayness that you actually experience freedom. So how do we completely heal the negativity and negative perspectives of and go into that of love's perspective? We do that by accepting ourselves. The analogy that I love to use is the cake and the breadcrumbs. I use that in the Powerful Self membership so often, I think every month. You cannot follow the breadcrumbs of misery and get to a cake of joy or happiness or bliss. You cannot follow the breadcrumbs of judgment of, oh, right, I shouldn't feel this. I shouldn't think this. And somehow get to a cake of peace, of wholeness, of love, of acceptance. They're opposites. So the invitation with this one, the Transformation Tuesday invitation. By the way, there's so many invitations. There's a link below for a free new gift that I just released today. Super excited about it. Also, another thing that was super channeled. And guys, the audio, because it's like there's a big audio that is all 4 elements, but I also broke it up into the specific elements, depending on, maybe a particular element speaks to you on a particular day and you just want to listen to a short audio, not the whole thing. But the whole thing ended up being 33 minutes and 33 seconds, which I found like, what? That the whole practice was really channeled. So make sure to check it out. The link is below. It is called the 4 Elements Energy Guide. Absolutely amazing. So that is the free offering, first of all. So many things today. I also sent out a newsletter that there are still 2 out of 4 spaces available for the new moon reading that I just announced yesterday. And this one's different because this one I'm also offering with a 30-minute clarity call, which is all together for 40 free francs is basically nothing. I think it'll be like $46 or something. So there are 2 more spots for that. If you want it, go ahead and grab that. I'll put the link below as well, or you can DM me at the spiritual analyst. And the invitation for this week, can you stop the judgment? Can you stop the judgment? Can you see yourself through the eyes of Source? We have these questions. How can I be more loving? How can I be more accepting? Can you do that with you? Are you willing to do that with you? I'm thinking of parents right now who are there like, oh, I wish I was more patient with my child and they're driving me nuts. And hey, I'm a parent. I get that. And the answer to that is it starts with you. Can you be more loving to yourself? Any frustration, anything you're demanding, anything you need from other people is because you don't feel that within you. Giving it to you first. So on this note, so many, many invitations. Let me know if this resonated. Let me know what is landing for you from everything that I've shared. Check out the free gift below because it's amazing. And on this note, I'm wishing you an amazing new moon. We've got a powerful month. We've got, this is the first, so many things going on. This is the first week of June. This is the month of the summer solstice. And there's going to be an awesome video shortly about the 4 things to do really this month to really embrace this energy, to utilize it, to skyrocket that transformation, that growth this month, because this is the month to do it. It's like the sun is shining at its fullest here in the Northern Hemisphere, and we get to do that ourselves. We get to do that in regards to our soul's calling, in regards to our expansion. So this is really the time to do it, and God knows the world needs it. All right. So I thank you for being here. I thank you for watching. And until next time.